Yeah, I'll hold the camera. Hello, guys.
Well, Jimmy, congratulations. Your 4th win of the season here at Donington Park. First of all, though, tell me about that start. That was an amazing launch.
Yeah, I mean, we got a very good start in race 1. I was just hoping to replicate it for this race, obviously. And yeah, clearly I did. It was definitely a little bit damp on the inside of the track, which made it sort of difficult to get as good of a start as what I did yesterday. I feel like that one's still a little bit better in my books. But yeah, no, it was definitely a good start, led into T1 from P3, and then yeah, it was just a very controlling race from me and Adam as well.
Yeah, you had I think the biggest gap you had was about a second or so, and then he was pushing a bit at the end to get it down to about half a second. Were you conscious of that gap coming down in the last sort of 3 or 4 laps?
Yeah, definitely. I noticed it, and then yeah, once I saw him catching, I would have pushed a little bit harder. Yeah. But also, I was just trying to manage myself, not make any mistakes, stay off the track limit. It's just the usual stuff that you got to do around here. So yeah, it was just control it as best as I could, and that's what we did.
The majority of the track had a dry line, but there were some damp patches out there which you needed to be careful on.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, I saw them all on the green flag lap where the wet patches was. There was a couple going into Old Hairpin. There was into the 2 hairpins as well. There was a couple on the racing line, so it was just avoiding that for the first couple laps because you're just going to lock your brakes. Slick tyres on a wet patch, not so good. So yeah, just avoiding that in the first couple laps and then managing it as it dried out. If I could use it a bit more, testing it out. There'll be a couple times if I test it out, it might not have worked, but yeah, it was just waiting for it to dry out a little bit. But yeah, it was definitely a little bit damp on the first lap.
And a good performance, which augurs well for race 3, which could turn out to be a pretty good day at the office for you here on the Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully we can have a good race. I mean, yeah, first race we went from P8 to P4, starting P10 I think in the last race. So see what we can do. If we can move forward a couple positions, get a couple extra points, that'll be very good.
Talking of those points, important to put the points in the bag when those above you didn't really score very much. So that was a good outturn for you.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, getting maximum points for myself and then not actually scoring any points is very good.
Brilliant. Well done, Jimmy.
Perfect. Thank you.
Well, Adam, congratulations. Another podium, and you're half a second behind. You finished there. You were closing the gap on Jimmy. I think it was one of those races where, had there been another half a dozen laps, you might have put him under a bit more pressure. But a good drive by you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I got a decent launch. On the left side, it was still a bit wet, so me and Jeff-Hall got a tricky one. But yeah, luckily I compromised and I got a good start. Yeah, I got past him, and then I was catching up to Krayling into the hairpin. It was a bit wet on the inside line again, but I decided to risk it and I got past him. And then after that, yeah, it was like a really long race. I did track limits, which is my fault. I got a warning, so I stopped. And then, yeah, you know, the rest of the race, just I could easily stay with Jimmy. Pace looked really strong. Car is definitely good. And yeah, I got fastest lap. And yeah, in the end, I was closing the gap again, and I was like, but I didn't really want to overtake him because there's no point. But yeah, it was a nice one.
Watching on the TV coverage coming down into the Melbourne hairpin as it's a downhill braking, there's lots of tyre smoke and everybody being very careful around there. But that's a critical part of the lap, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. But I think that's where I gained an advantage. Definitely, I felt the 2 in front braked a bit early. I got on the brake. I saw it was also a bit early, so I decided, you know, why not just make the move? And yeah, it was not too wet, and I didn't lock up or anything. So yeah, I think that's where most of the race was made.
Absolutely. But good to be back on the podium, and good to be putting those points in the bag for what's turning out to be a very tidy year for you.
Yeah, I mean, I got unlucky at times. I should have had a lot more podiums. But yeah, I mean, I made a mistake from my side throughout the season, made some mistakes. But yeah, now I'm definitely calming down a bit. I'm starting to enjoy it more, and definitely learn a lot more with the brake shapes and stuff. Just yeah, still learning. There's still a lot to learn.
Really good drive, Adam. Well done.
Thank you.
Well, Ethan, congratulations. Second race of the weekend at Donington Park, and after the sort of, I guess, frustrations from yesterday, it's nice to be on the podium.
Yeah, obviously we had a tough day yesterday. I think it's a tough day today, to be honest. So far, our side of the grid was a bit wet, so we had a tricky start. Dropped down to 5th, and then made our way back up to 3rd. So pace was really strong. And, you know, the race crop was good coming back through the field. So hoping for a good result later. Seeing we start in 11th, so it's going to be tricky from there, but we'll see what we can do. You know, there's a lot of people making mistakes this weekend, so hopefully we can just capitalise on that and just make our way up the field as much as possible.
It looks like a decent dry line for or sort of 98.5% of the lap out there on across a couple of the curbs. That looked a bit hairy. Cars stepping out at the back.
Yeah, it was tricky. There's a few times through the chicane where I nearly spun just because of the wet patch. We had quite a bit of opposite lock there, so the wet patches made it really tricky to keep in control of the car, but we managed that quite well. But yeah, I like that sort of racing. It makes it a little bit more exciting. So yeah, it's good fun.
Well, a good turnaround for race 2, and obviously that gives you some good momentum for race 3.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, we're starting 11th, coming off the back of a podium now, so hopefully we can keep the pace and the good results and just keep pushing forward from there.
Really good drive, well done.
Thank you very much.
Thomas, congratulations, well done on the podium again, another trophy, Rookie Cup points, a good drive by you there.
Yeah, it was a good race. It's probably the best track on the calendar for overtaking, so it's really important to maximise. Alright, the quality is not as important here, but it's still important to be quick throughout the race and apply a lot of pressure to the guys in front, but I think I did that well today. Obviously didn't quite get August in the end, but it was a good fight and a good race, but yeah, a lot of fighting at the start, a lot of fun. Tricky conditions as well, with the sort of bit wet at the start, some wet patches to throw you off, but it was still a good race.
Do you feel that as the season's gone on, your consistency is improving, Thomas?
Sort of, but I find myself making a couple rookie mistakes that, to be honest, I probably shouldn't be making at this level anymore, and yeah, that's what's sort of hampering me from getting consistent podiums or better results.
Yeah. But still, good to get those points in the bag and set you up nicely for race 3.
Yeah, exactly. I think going to race 3, we can definitely be confident in the car and also what I can do. Starting P7, so definitely a few overtakes I can make there.
Good to see you back on the podium, well done.
Thanks a lot.
Well, Dries, congratulations. A Rookie Cup podium for you there, which after, I guess, what must have been a frustration and a bit of disappointment from race 1 yesterday at the start, but a cracking comeback by you. Good to be on the podium.
Yeah, I mean, race 1, it's going to happen once in a while, so yeah, first race, still the pace was really good, and yeah, we clearly learned from it. I had a really good start, already jumped Martin on the start, and yeah, from then on it's a little bit chaos, but yeah, just picked up my way through, and yeah, the pace was really good, and yeah, enjoyed it.
Majority of the lap is a dry line here, but there are a couple of places where it's quite tricky, a bit damp, and there's water on the curb, on the inside curb, isn't there? How conscious were you of that, and how careful did you have to be?
Yeah, I think on lap 1 I just took it a little bit easy. I think everyone did, especially T4 was still a little bit damp on the entry, so yeah, I mean, I think everyone just took it easy, but most part of the track was still quite dry, so yeah, I mean, also last corner was a bit damp offline, but yeah, it was all good.
You must really be pleased in coming into the championship this weekend and having a great qualifying performance and then a podium today. I mean, that must be that's putting a smile on your face, which is good to see.
Yeah, I mean, the weekend's been going really good, even with the stall in race 1. I mean, we still made a mega comeback, and then this race just fight my way through, and on this track it's not easy to overtake, so yeah, up 6 positions as well, so yeah, I mean, it's been going really well.
You're looking forward to race 3 now?
Yeah, especially when my start's going good now, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Really well done.
Thank you very much.